All right, gravity and drainage explained for the common homeowner. Pay attention here. When the water comes down from this hill, it drains into this channel. The gravity, because it's lower that way, pulls it along where I'm walking here. Okay? So you got to imagine if your water, gravity is pulling you down. All right? It's going to come right along here. We're going to use these boulders to hold up the hillside. And then we're going to catch the water at the base of this wall. I'm walking in the channel now where we're going to have our concrete swale. And it's going to run all the way back here. You can see our cameraman trying to keep up. Coming all the way back here to where our guys are. It's going to come back to here. Back up to here. It's going to go under this fence that way. You can see our guys have trenched all the way to about here where I'm standing. And you can see our guys here talking right now about how the water is going to make that turn there. Come on over here, cameraman. You can see them. And you can see they just stopped at this point. This is actually where the dog hangs out right now. And look at how much we still have to go, all right? You can see the Santa Barbara Mountains in my background. That drain water is going to continue to run all the way back here. It's going to come behind these plants, all the way back through here. It's going to keep going. Now, remember, it's going to be below grade, okay? It's going to be in a pipe below grade. It's going to run all the way through here. It's going to keep coming this way in our pipe. Gravity's still pulling it downhill all the way back through here. Notice the house on the side isn't getting touched by the water. The house is safe. Water's coming all the way back here behind this giant yucca. It's going to turn at the corner property, and then it's going to come down here. And I want you to notice, looking back, you can see there's this house, the pool, this beautiful space. It's all now protected because the water, as it comes down this hill, this is just to give you a 40,000 foot view, it's going to not come into the house, which currently it is. It's going to get stuck in our drain line and trapped and sent into a pipe, come all the way behind this garden wall, and then it's going to come down through here, and we're going to send it so we don't disrupt all the landscaping. We're actually going to send it right under this path that I'm walking on. And it's going to come all the way out through here, continuing to have fall, all the way out to the street. There's the street right on the other side of this wall. Now, if you're a keen observer, you might be having a question. Let's back up into the shade here, cameraman. I'm already getting hot today. You might be sitting here thinking, what instruments did we use, or what experience did we leverage to make this decision? Why not just let the water stay where it goes right now? How do we know that there's enough fall from back there to here? Great questions, okay? So what we did is we actually set up a transit. And what that does is it tracks elevation change. And so we're able to set up a transit and shoot a laser that will basically tell us how many inches of fall we have from one side of the property to the other. Now, it's pretty obvious the hill goes up, but once you get to the bottom of that hill on the other side of the pool back there by where the dogs hang out, how do you know that there's fall going across this backyard? It kind of looks level to the human eye. In fact, that corner actually looks even higher where that yucca plant is. But if you keep in mind, the pipe is going to be below grade. So we can dig our trench slightly lower, and then it has to come out here. Now, what happens if we get to the street, when the street is up here and the pipe is down here? We're going to have a big problem, right? Because the water isn't going to just jump uphill. Gravity doesn't do that. Gravity pulls down, okay? So you have to make sure that you're planning the end from the beginning. You don't just start laying pipe and backfilling and hoping that it comes all the way up to here. Hopium doesn't get you anything. Have you ever heard of that? Hopium. Don't use hopium. Use your experience. Use your laser. Use your levels. Use a transit. And make sure that everything is set at the right elevation. Then, when everything is there, then you backfill. Because you know with certainty it's going to flow out. Now, water doesn't really need a big tilt to flow through a pipe. In fact, even when the pipe is level, if it fills with water, it's going to go out the sides. All right? So when you have a wall Sometimes you hear people saying, well, I need my drain pipe to be sloped. Not true. Your drain pipe can be completely level behind a wall. As it fills with water, like a French drain or a wall drain, the water will drain out on the sides, okay? Because there's a low point on the sides where it then goes lower. But once it's in a solid pipe and it's going from point A to point B, it needs to have fall. I recommend, for those of you not experienced in this, shoot for 1/8 of an inch per foot of fall. If you have to do 1/16 of an inch or even 1/32 of an inch, it will still flow and fall out, but you have to be really careful that you don't have one of these, because it's very hard to tell sometimes if your pipe goes down and then back up. Reason being, those low points will fill with silt, and over time, that's gonna be where you're gonna have a choke point, and you're gonna have debris building up, and you're gonna have a problem. So if you do have a low point that comes up, just be aware, you're gonna wanna have a clean out nearby so that you can flush everything out if and when that gets stuck. Otherwise, this project is gonna go really smoothly because we've already planned it all out. We planned it smart, we shot elevations in the very beginning, client paid a small fee to have us come out and assess the property and make sure we're doing it right. So now when we start the project and we engage and we start putting shovels and workers and equipment and material in the ground, we have confidence. And the client is satisfied and happy, stress-free. We go home, we sleep well at night. Everybody knows what to do. That's what you want for your construction project, okay? So keep it in mind, gravity is your friend. You want it to work with you, not against you. And you want to have a transit on hand when you're taking elevations if you can't obviously tell with the human eye which way gravity is going to pull your water.